Hey everyone, it's me Beck with BeckRobbins.com and welcome to today's happiness tip. I am so excited today because today is the very first time that I'm going to be answering a personal question in my happiness tips. And I'm going to start inviting you all to do this, to pop over to my Facebook page. You can see a link either below this video or to the right if you're on my YouTube channel, where you can go and freely post your most burning questions about your personal pursuit of happiness, and so that I can answer them in this video format for you. So my very first question comes from Heather. And Heather writes, "Is happiness all it's cracked up to be? These days, so many people seem to think the whole reason for living is to be happy. But I don't think that happiness as a sole focus seems right. Just me, or do others agree?" Well, Heather, it turns out that a lot of people think this way, and you're not alone. A lot of people see happiness as something selfish, as something frivolous, or as a luxury in life. Now, I find that a lot of where this disconnect with happiness comes from is very simply with the meaning that people give happiness. You see, a lot of people think happiness is an emotion. Now, it's much, much more expansive than an emotion. Happiness is actually a state of being, okay? Much like health is a state of being, or consciousness is a state of being. Now, when we see an emotion and we compare it to a state, we notice that it has some very key differences. So an emotion, for instance, is very fleeting. And it's also very hard to control. That's why when people see happiness as an emotion, they always feel like they're chasing it, and they always feel like it's so hard to get. And that often, even when they think they have it, it slips out of their fingers. So when people start seeing happiness as a state of being, a state is something that we can easily invoke, and more importantly, sustain through a set of key actions and decisions that are totally in our control. So think about a state of health. The actions we would take for a state of health, including exercise, including eating right, including getting enough sleep. Well, there's a whole series of specific actions that we take to create a state of happiness from within. So it's not that we should be, seeing it or thinking it as the whole reason for living is to be happy, but really that the whole reason to be happy is to live our best life. Now, it's been proven that people who can sustain a positive state in their lives actually live 35% longer. They have happier relationships, healthier bodies, they are more successful and make more money. And this is actually due to something that involves emotions. When we are or sustain a positive and happy state in our lives become conducive to high vibrational emotions or happy emotions like joy, like love and peace, okay? So we experience the good emotions when we are creating a state of happiness. And now, the reason that this is so important is that we know that emotions are the magnetic force underneath the law of attraction. The more that we can invite and induce these emotions of joy and love, the more we're actually creating experiences that reflect that. Because the truth is, our emotional reality reflects itself in our physical reality. So that is why it is very important, not necessarily to have happiness as a sole focus in life, but to truly prioritize a state of happiness so that you can step into your dream life and create the life that your soul came here to live. So, for instance, if you want to run a marathon, you would actively create a state of health and fitness. If you wanted to become enlightened, you would actively create a state of consciousness and a state of awareness or meditation. if you want to create and step into the life of your dreams and create your soul vision here on this planet, you must focus on creating a state of happiness, a positive state in your life. So, Heather, I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask below. And for all others who are watching, please feel free to post your burning questions on that Facebook page. Subscribe to my YouTube channel above so that you get all the latest updates and happiness tips. And I will see you at the next one. Thanks.